I'm
Hi,
Michael Lee from the
Michael.
Nerds of Color. Oh my gosh, it's so great to talk to you. I really enjoyed this movie. I think
Oh,
it's
thank
good.
you.
It's really a great movie because for two reasons. There's a universal story out there in it, and there's also that cultural specificity as well because growing up, I didn't get a chance to see these kind of movies. I'm a 90s kid, so I just wanted to let you know that having this kind of content, this kind of film, for this new generation allows the kids of today can see themselves on the characters on screen. So my first question about that is, what was that kind of your intention that you wanted to give something to the wider audience, to the world that that some of the older generation may not have had access to.
I think it's really when you look at it, it's hard to imagine a movie like this being made 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And also having a full cast of Asian talents, actors to do this. Um, at first, we thought it's gonna be very tough to convince the studio. Um, But then when we were working on it more, then we realized everyone has the same goal is they want to support even though not other upper management are Asians, but they want to support this. They want to make sure that you guys get what you feel like is right for the story. And me myself being Chinese American and also have lived in San Francisco for a long time, I felt like, and actually Lawrence Yap too. He was saying he wrote this book because he didn't have this story to read when he was a kid,
Mm.
or this kind of subject matter, or movie or TV show for him to watch. So he wanted to write this book for the kids of the new generation, so they being represented, and I hope we follow that and could do that with this movie. Is for any kids with that background, when they watch this, they feel like, oh, someone's I can relate to that kid. I came from that kind of family. I was embarrassed too with all the stuff that my family gave it to me, to take to school, but at the same time, hey, I can face all that problems now because there's another role model I can see and I can relate to.
So you were talking about role models at the end, and one of my that kind of leans into my next question about, having that kind of family support or friendship support. I was wondering, with Brandon having his grandma and who as that kind of moral support, that kind of person that who can lift them up during times of adversity. Who were your kind of people that you could look to or lean on?
I actually, yeah, my mom. Yeah, my mom is that person. She and and I could relate so much when I look at Tom's story. Uh, I could relate to that a lot because when I was younger, I felt embarrassed by my mom, because she's not well educated. She did a very simple job,
Mhm.
and um and she would she would ask me to do stuff that I didn't want to do, but I would still do because um she's my mom.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I I grew up from a single parent family, so it's mostly my mom taking care of us. So when Tom and grandma's relationship, I can project that, yeah, my mom's and my relationship, that I feel embarrassed by her sometimes. But then when I get older, then especially when I moved to the US, I moved to the US when I was in early 20s. And when I was away from my mom, I really felt like I missed her so much. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
got a
It,
little emotional.
it's
Um, and the reason I now I'm in Hong Kong is because I want to be with my mom.
yeah.
Just getting older, and um, and also another part of me relate to Tom so much was when I first moved to Silicon Valley. When I first went to the US, I got a job in the Silicon Valley, and I didn't know how to drive. I was in Sunnyvale, and there was not much of a Asian community back then. Now there's more,
Mm.
but back then there was like one or two Chinese restaurants, and that's it in Sunnyvale. So every weekend I would take the train from Sunnyvale to San Francisco downtown, and I would take the bus to from downtown to Chinatown, and then I would feel like home when I did that when I first moved to the U.S. And now I'll go. I still remember you go to the movie theater in Chinatown. You pay ticket $6. I remember something like that, and then you got to watch two movies. One is a
Oh,
new Hong Kong movie, and then the other one is an old Chinese movie. So um, I'm sorry, I kind of
no, no, this is going back down memory lane, and you're talking
going
about,
back
your
memory
family.
lane, and that's why I
Yeah.
felt connected to the story. And when yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, it's mostly my mom was my role
Oh,
model.
that's great. You know, um, going down memory lane, and you said how, you saw yourself in Tom's character. One of my other questions was about how you as a director, how are you able to stay true to the book, Lawrence's books, but also, have your creative vision, creative voice also projected into the film as well? How do you strike that balance, please?
I think actually one great thing is it's mostly teamwork. So it's not just me, it's me with like my co-directors, Paul Weiling and Yan Duck Jun, and also our executives and our producers. So we all work well together as a group, and we want to stay true to the book, but there are times that we know for a movie we might have to streamline some stuff.
Mhm.
So when we talk to Lawrence, the main thing to him about the book is Tom, Tiger Hu, and Grandma. So that relationship or that group of characters, we have to stick to it um, much more than the others. But we still actually, I mean, there are times that we argue about, oh wow, we should follow the book, we should do all this, and then sometimes it's easier when you read a book because you can have your own pace. You can see, oh, I read it to here, and then I can take a break, and then I keep reading after that. But with a movie, it's different. You want to keep going, and
Yeah.
so so sometimes we have to sacrifice stuff from the book that, oh, this might be misleading if we make this. It might take away from Tom and Who too much. And then we simplify some of the villains part because there's so many different villains in the
Mhm.
book. And actually, some of them are kind of similar to the book Journey to the West.
Oh,
It's the Monkey King story. So we
yes.
want to steer away from the Monkey King story, so you don't feel like it's a it's an extension of the Monkey King story. So
Oh, okay.
we don't want the Guardians to think, oh, the pig in the Zodiac is also the pig from the Monkey
Got
King.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so so that's why we make that change. And also, monkey is different in the book. Monkey in the book
Yeah.
is actually Monkey King and a guy. So we want to make sure it's different. So that's why we change it to a girl. And Naomi is not. So people would not think, oh, the monkey is from that book.
Yeah.
Uh, I might be overthinking, but as because when we are working on that, I noticed those things that would jumps out, or you might feel kind of disconnected when something like that happened in the story. So we make those changes. But we finally showed it to Lawrence,
Yeah. I
and and
was
he
gonna
said
say.
he totally understood why we make the changes, and he
Mm.
had a he had a great time. One thing that's funny we heard from Lawrence was he said when he saw the trailer, when he saw the trailer, he was like, "Oh, I wrote that book." Oh yeah, he did.
Oh my God, that's quite a reaction. And I mean to impress the director that way, just based on the trailer alone, that's you did a great job, honestly. So yeah.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you.
I have one more question. Since it is the Lunar New Year and it's the year of the dragon, many people will be celebrating eating dim sum and spending time with family. I was just wondering, what are your favorite dim sum dishes to order? Or what are the first ones you order? What is the first one that you have to order, basically?
Actually, I like the tune-up cakes or the taro cakes. In Chinese it's 萝卜糕 or 芋头糕. Um, my mom would make those. She used to do that herself. Now she doesn't do it. She just order people to do it. And actually, she's been making those for the last few days. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, so she's been making. Okay, we have to give this one to a relative, and then that one's for who. So
it's a
yeah,
family affair. So yeah.
it's a family affair, and then she is her way of sharing,
Uh-huh.
or also kind of showing off. Hey, see, mine tastes good. Yeah, those we will eat probably like every day or every other day. Yeah.
Nice. And then for those who may not be familiar with dim sum, what what item would you suggest them to eat first? What's kind of the safety dish that they say you this is the first thing you should try?
I think you should try the jin doi. What's the jin doi? Oh, like the sesame ball.
Yes,
Uh, yes, the
with
sweet
the red bean
one.
inside, right?
With red bean inside and then
Yes.
sesame on the outside. I
Uh,
think uh, I think that's very safe, and you might want to have more than one.
of course. I think I have time for one more question. You made what exactly makes yourself the per no, not makes yourself, but do you see yourself matching with the your zodiac animal zodiac, or do you see yourself as something else kind of?
I think I was born in the year of tiger.
Okay.
Um, so I think, but I'm not a big tiger. I'm kind of a small tiger physically. So but I think I still have um that kind of character. I'm not. I'm usually good in being challenged, or like if I if there are problems I have to solve, I would try my best to do it. Try my
Mhm.
best to solve the problems and come up with solutions. I think that's part of a tiger. It's like not afraid to face anything, and and I try to stay healthy, be strong like a tiger, um, and yeah, I think actually actually the thing is with zodiac, you cannot not everyone's the same
No.
because if you go to school, my whole class, I born in the year of the tiger, so not everyone's the same because you have everyone's different. So it also depends on when you're born and then the
Yes.
day and all that combination, the hours. Sometimes they even count the hours.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so so you would have because when you go to class, it's usually around the same year, right? All your
Right, right.
classmates same
Uh-huh.
age, so they were all born in the year of the snake or all born in the year of the pig. So you you're equal, you're all equal, but within that, there's all this other elements or other factors that make you a total different person.
Mhm.
So so you cannot say all tigers are the same.
Oh,
But
okay.
you will get to know certain people, and like actually on Chinese New Year I'm gonna have a high school reunion on
Oh,
the 4th days of the of Chinese New Year. So we're all tigers. So um and I was lucky because I was like the youngest in that year in that class, and I was 2 weeks away being a rabbit.
Yeah, so
If I
that's the same thing with me because I was born in the same year of the ox, but just like 2 years, so I'm considered a rat basically.
Oh
Because
yeah,
like
so
I
you
did not make the cutoff date. I did not make it like
yeah,
yeah.
so
So
you're a rat and
2 weeks
almost became a
later,
ox.
yeah. All my other friends are oxes basically. Like yeah.
Oh, so you're in January.
Yeah, I'm in January. Yeah, I missed
Yeah,
it.
I
I'm
was
basically like you said, the youngest rat of them all in that
yeah,
group. So
I
yeah,
was I'm the youngest tiger who almost became a rabbit. So it'll be tough if I'm the only rabbit and all my classmates are tigers.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day do this interview.
Well,
It's really great.
thank
Yeah. Thank
thank you,
you.
Michael. Thank you for doing this too. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
The activists, directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The Hard Knock